Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Welcome back to our alley review series practice quiz, and this is now part 6 of our planning quiz. So instructions before proceeding with the quiz, it is best to get a piece of paper muna, cut lengthwise, and then write down numbers 1 to 30 so that when you are ready, you can now start with the quiz, and for every question, write down the corresponding letter of your best choice or answer from the multiple choice. And you will be given 10 seconds to finalize your answer. At the end of the quiz, count the total number of your correct answers and check your score rating. So if you are now ready, good luck. Number 1. A locale with a sizable agglomeration of people having characteristics of an urban being. A. Chartered city. B. City. C. Composite city. And D. Independent city. And our correct answer is letter B. City. So a city is defined as a locale with a sizable agglomeration of people and characteristics of being urban in nature. That is population density, built environment, economic activities, services, etc. A chartered city, on the other hand, are cities created by a special charter, that is RA or Batas Pambansa, example Quezon City, created by Commonwealth Act No. 502. Independent city is not under the administrative supervision of the province where they are geographically located. Example, Makati is a highly urbanized city, and Santiago City, Isabela, an independent component city. And component city, city that is politically part of a province and its residents vote for provincial officials. Example, San Fernando City, Pampanga. Number 2. The rough equivalent of the present tenement cities that existed in ancient Rome, which resulted from the population growth of the city and the congestion that existed in streets. A. Tenema. B. Agoras. C. Insula. And D. Domus. And our correct answer is letter C, insula. So in ancient Rome, an insula was a kind of apartment block or tenement building, usually several stories high, that housed the majority of the urban population. They developed because of rapid population growth and street congestion, much like today's urban tenements. Number 3. The container of man, which consists of both the natural and man-made or artificial element. A. Networks. B. Physical settlement. C. Links. D. Structures. And our correct answer is letter B. Physical settlement. So a physical settlement is described as the container of man because it includes both the natural environment, that is land, water, vegetation, topography, and the man-made artificial environment, the buildings, the roads, infrastructure. It is the total physical setting where people live, work, and interact. So basically, the human settlements is composed of two main elements: the content, which is man alone or in societies, and the container or the physical settlement, which consists both the natural and man-made or artificial elements, so that when taken together, they make up the human settlement, whose largest possible dimensions are defined by the geographic limits of the Earth's surface. Number 4. The remaining space in a lot after deducting the required minimum open spaces. A. Setback. B. Yard. C. Buildable area. And D. Building mass. And our correct answer is letter C, buildable area. So the buildable area is the portion of a lot remaining after deducting required minimum open spaces, such as setbacks, yards, easements, and other non-buildable zones. It represents the actual area where a structure may legally be erected. So basically, if in Rule 7 and 8, we call that the building footprint, no? The buildable area. And number 5, a tool used to control the manner in which raw land is subdivided and placed on the market for residential development. A. Zoning regulations. B. Deed restrictions. C. Subdivision regulations. And D. Housing regulations. And our correct answer is letter C, subdivision regulations. So subdivision regulations are planning tools that govern how raw land is subdivided, developed, and sold for residential and sometimes commercial and industrial purposes. They ensure proper allocation of streets, utilities, open spaces, and compliance with safety and health standards before land can be marketed. Number 6, they develop or improve the land as well as construct houses. A. Appraisers. B. Real estate brokers. C. Developer. And D. Financing agencies. And our correct answer is letter C, developer. So a developer undertakes the development or improvement of raw land, that is subdivision, infrastructure, utilities, and may also construct houses or buildings for sale or lease. Number 7, a land development decision is also what kind of decision? A. Land use. B. Traffic. C. Population. And D. Density. And our correct answer is letter A, land use. So a land development decision is essentially a land use decision since it determines how a parcel of land will be utilized. That is residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, recreational, etc. All other factors like traffic, population, and density are consequences or considerations of the chosen land use. So this is the land use decisions, the determinants, no? The physical, social, and economic factors, as well as the characteristics and motives of stakeholders. Number 8, a piece of grassy land, especially one used for growing hay or as pasture for grazing animals, or low grassy land near a river or stream. A. Farmland. B. Terrain. C. A and D land. And D. Meadow. And our correct answer is letter D, meadow. So meadow is a piece of grassy land, often flat and fertile, used for growing hay or as pasture for grazing animals. It can also refer to low grassy land near a river or stream. Number 9, a profession which falls between planning and architecture. It deals with the large-scale organization and design of the city, with the massing and organization and the space between them, but not with the design of the individual buildings. A. City planning. B. Urban design. C. Urban theories. And D. City administration. And our correct answer is letter B, urban design. So urban design is the profession that bridges planning and architecture. It looks at the large-scale organization of the city, the streets, public spaces, districts, and the relationships between buildings. But it does not focus on the design of individual buildings, which is the realm of architecture. Number 10. A long, deep, narrow valley eroded by running water. A. Ridge. B. Ravine. C. Edge. And D. Cliff. And our correct answer is letter B, ravine. So a ravine is a long, deep, and narrow valley that is typically formed by the erosive action of running water. It is smaller than a canyon but steeper than a gully. Number 11. This is a type of a retaining wall made of rectangular baskets made of galvanized steel wire or PVC-coated wire hexagonal mesh, which are filled with stones to form a wall. A. Riprap. B. Rock wall. C. Gabion wall. And D. Mesh wall. And our correct answer is letter C, gabion wall. So a gabion wall is a type of retaining wall made from rectangular baskets or gabions of galvanized steel wire or PVC-coated wire in hexagonal mesh, filled with stones or rocks. These walls are flexible, permeable, and effective in erosion control, slope stabilization, and landscaping. Number 12. A wide area of parks of undeveloped land surrounding a community. A. Park. B. Greenbelt. C. Open space. And D. Plaza. And our correct answer is letter B. Greenbelt. So a greenbelt is a wide range of parks, open spaces, or undeveloped land that surrounds or cuts through a community, serving as a buffer to limit urban sprawl, preserve nature, and provide recreational and ecological benefits. Number 13. A long, narrow chain of hills or mountains. A. Ridge. B. Ravine. C. Edge. And D. Cliff. And our correct answer is letter A, ridge. So a ridge is a long, narrow chain of hills or mountains, often with a continuous elevated crest. Number 14. The orderly arrangement of urban streets and public spaces. A. City planning. B. Open space planning. C. Street planning. Or D. Spatial planning. And our correct answer is letter A, city planning. So city planning, also known as urban planning, is the broadest field that encompasses the design, development, and management of cities and urban areas. This inherently includes the orderly arrangement of urban streets and public spaces to achieve functional, aesthetic, and sustainable outcomes. Number 15. A 20th century problem emanating from rapid urbanization of areas surrounding a city, which eats up the remaining adjacent rural open spaces. A. Urban development. B. Urban sprawl. C. Urban gentrification. And D. Urban blight. And our correct answer is letter B, urban sprawl. So urban sprawl is a 20th century urban problem that comes from the rapid and unplanned expansion of urban areas into adjacent rural lands, consuming open spaces, farmlands, and natural areas. It often leads to traffic congestion, environmental degradation, and inefficient infrastructure. 16. Angles measured clockwise from any meridian, usually north. However, the National Geodetic Survey uses south. A. Altitude. B. Azimuths. C. Latitude. And D. Meridian angle. And our correct answer is letter B, azimuths. So an azimuth is an angle measured clockwise from a reference meridian. So bali ito, no? Usually from north, 0 degrees, all the way around 360 degrees. However, the U.S. National Geodetic Survey sometimes measures azimuths from the south. So mula dito ang azimuth means ng NGS. Ang usual is from the north papunta dito. Yan ang angle, no, ng azimuth. Number 17. He conceptualized the City Beautiful movement. A. Le Corbusier. B. Ebenezer Howard. C. Frank Lloyd Wright. And D. Daniel Burnham. And our correct answer is letter D, Daniel Burnham. So Daniel Burnham is an American architect and urban planner, conceptualized and championed the City Beautiful movement. It emphasized order, grandeur, and beautification in urban design through wide boulevards, classical architecture, monumental buildings, and green spaces. His plans for Chicago, 1909, and Manila and Baguio in 1905, Philippines are prime examples. Number 18. Of land, a contiguous land area, which is considered as a unit, which is subject to a single ownership, and which is legally recorded as a single piece. A. Platting. B. Land partition. C. Parcel. And D. TCT. And our correct answer is letter C, parcel. So a parcel is a contiguous piece of land considered as a single unit, under one ownership and legally recorded as one property, or often described in titles and cadastral maps. Number 19. A provision made in advance for the gradual liquidation of a future obligation by periodic charges against the capital account. A. Interest. B. Surcharges. C. Amortization. And D. Equity. And our correct answer is letter C, amortization. So amortization is the planned gradual repayment of a debt or obligation through regular periodic payments that cover both principal and interest. It ensures the liquidation of the obligation over time. It also refers to the process of paying off debt over time in regular installments of interest and principal sufficient to repay the loan in full by its maturity date, like housing and car loan requires the borrower to pay that equal amount either annually, semi-annually, quarterly, or most of the time, monthly. Number 20. The government arm responsible for the development and implementation of low-cost housing in the Philippines. A. National Housing Authority. B. National Shelter Program. C. CLURB. And D. Housing agencies. And our correct answer is letter A, National Housing Authority. So the National Housing Authority, or NHA, is the government agency responsible for housing production and development of low-cost housing projects in the Philippines. It provides housing assistance to the lowest 30% of the income earners, focusing on socialized housing. 21. It is characterized by higher population density and vast human features in comparison to the areas surrounding it. A. City core. B. Urban center. C. City limits. And D. True bounded city. And our correct answer is letter B, urban center. So an urban center is characterized by higher population density and concentration of human activities and features such as buildings, infrastructure, commerce, and services, compared to surrounding rural or less developed areas. 22. It is concerned with the geographic location of economic activity. It has become an integral part of economic geography, regional science, and spatial economics. A. Multiple nuclei concept. B. Concentric zone concept. C. Sector concept. And D. Locational theory. And our correct answer is letter D, locational theory. So locational theory deals with the geographic location of economic activity and explains why industries, businesses, and settlements are situated where they are. It integrates concepts from economic geography, regional science, and spatial economics. So this is by Johann Heinrich von Thunen in 1826, wherein he postulated that around a central town, rural land of constant fertility assumed different forms. So meron ginawang model, land use model, but he assumed that this agricultural land is of constant fertility. Okay? So according to him, land use diminished intensively in reverse relationship to increased distance from the town, wherein the intensity of production declines with distance away from the market. So you will see from the central city, yung land use is of diminishing intensity, wherein the farthest zone is for ranching or animal products. So wherein that activity will need so much land, but the production is low. No? Number 23. It is a thoroughfare, route, or way on land between two places which has been paved or otherwise improved to allow travel by some vehicles and other land transportation. A. Road. B. Physical settlement. C. Links. And D. Structures. And our correct answer is letter A, road. So a road is a thoroughfare, route or way on land between two places, usually paved or otherwise improved to allow the movement of vehicles, people, and goods. So 24. The rapid increase in numbers of a particular species, especially in the world's human population, attributed to an accelerating birth rate, a decrease in infant mortality, and an increase in life expectancy. A. Development of motor. B. population explosion, C. Agricultural surplus, and D. Housing provision. And our correct answer is letter B, population explosion. So population explosion refers to the rapid increase in the world's human population due to accelerating birth rates, decrease in infant mortality, and increase in life expectancy brought by advances in medicine, sanitation, and food production. 25. What does the local government code mandate in terms of planning? A. Local government units shall prepare their comprehensive land use plans and enact them through zoning ordinances. B. Provides proper definition of building types and their height limit. C. Only refers to the environmental impact of a building to its surrounding lands and computes the potential hazards during its operation. And D. Mandates the stability of a structure in accordance with the natural calamities occurring in a specific area. And our correct answer is letter A. Local government units shall prepare their comprehensive land use plans and enact them through zoning ordinances. Yung letter B ay nasa zoning ordinance to dapat or sa building code. And this one is environmental laws. And this one is also building regulations. Building Code or the NSCP. So under the Local Government Code of 1991, that is RA 7160, LGUs, that is provinces, cities, municipalities, and barangays, are mandated to prepare and implement comprehensive land use plans or CLUPs, which must then be enacted through zoning ordinances. This ensures that land is used properly for residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, agricultural, and other purposes in line with local development goals. So this is the process, the steps in the preparation of a comprehensive land use plan and zoning ordinance. 26. He was an ancient Greek architect, urban planner, physician, mathematician, meteorologist, and philosopher, and is considered to be the father of urban planning. A. Marcus Vitruvius Polo. B. Mesopotamians. C. Hippodamus of Miletus. And D. Daniel Burnham. And our correct answer is letter C, Hippodamus of Miletus. So Hippodamus of Miletus was an ancient Greek architect, urban planner, physician, mathematician, meteorologist, and philosopher. He is regarded as the father of urban planning for introducing the grid plan system, that are streets laid out in right angles. And his planning principles influenced cities like Miletus, Piraeus or the port of Athens, and Rhodes. So this is the his plan for the Piraeus. Number 27 denotes the land suitable for agricultural production, both crops and livestock. A. Farmland. B. Meadow. C. Terrain. And D. Agricultural land. And our correct answer is letter D, agricultural land. So agricultural land refers to land that is suitable for agricultural production, including both crops and livestock. It is a broad category that covers farmland, pastures, and plantations. 28. This type of planning is an organized process for investigating and responding to the needs and aspirations of people and communities. Outcomes are achieved through translating these needs and aspirations through strategic policy and action, integrated with urban, regional, and other planning activities. A. Advocacy planning. B. Social planning. C. Strategic planning. And D. Sectoral planning. And our correct answer is letter B, social planning. So social planning is an organized process of investigating and responding to the needs and aspirations of people and communities. It translates these needs into strategic policies and actions while integrating with urban, regional, and sectoral planning. So these are some of the concepts for social planning: elderly care planning, youth support schemes, public health services, demographic developments, village planning, housing regeneration, cultural and social cohesion, employment situation, and education management. And 29. In statistics, it is used to analyze characteristics or changes to a number of people living in an area. A. Land use. B. Traffic. C. Population. And D. Density. And our correct answer is letter C, population. So in statistics, population analysis is used to study the characteristics, age, sex, employment, etc., or changes, that is growth, migration, decline, of the number of people living in an area. So the importance of population or demographic analysis is for government, business, social services, political analysis, and for urban planning. And lastly, number 30, he believed the use of open space as element of urban system and the urban park as an aid to social reform. A. Clarence Perry. C. Frederick Law Olmsted. C. Clarence Stein. And D. Arturo Soria y Mata. And our correct answer is letter B, Frederick Law Olmsted. So Frederick Law Olmsted is often called the father of American landscape architecture, and he strongly believed in the use of open spaces and urban parks as essential elements of the urban system. He saw parks as a way to improve public health, provide recreation, and promote social reform by offering equal access to green spaces for all citizens. Famous works include the Central Park in New York and Boston's Emerald Necklace. And that's it for our quiz. Congratulations for completing the quiz. Now, count your total correct answers and determine your score category. If your rating is 15 or less, it is time for a more strategic review.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Enroll at Atlas CDC Review for a comprehensive prep for the Architecture Board exams. Message us now.